That's better. Seems like the work never ends.
If you're wearing a collar, it's because you asked for it.
Caught one of the traders stealing food.
Yeah? Ain't no one sad about that. So let me get this straight. Some scaver makes it boss, and now
I know it. Gage was in the mountain the other day and he had a really long.
You haven't seen anything that's,
Why, if it isn't our new overboss. Pleased to meet you. I'm Lucy.
Are you an operator?
Don't let the attire fool you. I'm a trader, much like Fritch. I'm being held on a tight leash to dish out the prototypes I've been developing.
Pleased to meet you too.
Good to see a nice raider, for once.
What are you doing here?
The operators gave me this lab to develop prototypes for them. Sure beats sweeping the streets, that's for sure.
Are you enjoying it here?
Could be better, could be worse.
What sort of prototypes?
Well, I haven't exactly developed a successful one yet. It is still a work in progress.
This lab is not sufficient to create prototypes.
Oh, right. I admit it. It's not enough for my experiments.
Ugh, raiders.
Don't you know how hypocritical you sound? By the way, I'm not a raider. I'm a trader.
Say, if I were to get rid of the raiders for you, would that help you in any way?
Call me stupid, but you'd make things a hell of a lot worse than they are now.
What do you mean by worse? They're oppressing you after all.
It's complicated. Look, I don't know you. I'm not going to divulge my private information to a complete stranger. If you really, and I mean genuinely, want to help me, you can do a small favor for me.
I expect to get paid for this.
Why, of course. You'd think I'd ask you to do this for free?
I have some questions.
Go ahead.
Do you need any help?
Well, since you asked so politely. No. You're the... But now that you...
I had other questions.
Go ahead.
Sure. Pleased to meet you too.
Good. See you around.
Hey there.
Why, if it isn't our new...
And you know it.
Back here, I'm not finished. Why, if it isn't our new overboss. Pleased to meet you.
What are you doing here?
The operator. Sure beats.
What sort of prototypes? Uh-huh. Ugh, Raiders.
Don't you know how... By the way...
This lab is not sufficient to create
Oh, right.
Say, if I were to get...
Call me stupid.
I'd love to find out why you want the Raiders around.
I don't really want them around. Look, I don't know you. If you really...
Right? What sort of favor?
The entire peace treaty between several raider gangs is absolute horseshit. It can never last for any decent... I need you to find evidence of any wrongdoings and violence. If you're serious about helping me...
Nisha really only has one.
Man, I've been getting...
Remember that operator I gave a nose job? Well, she came around with some pals, tried to get a jump on me. Now I got 3 dead ops in that dumpster, the one where we stashed those chems.
Huh?
When you make it down here.
Sooner or later, Cappy, I'm gonna come.
Damn Nuka.
So, you managed to find the evidence after all? Very well. My word is my bond. I'll tell you the conundrum facing Nuka World. And maybe you'll understand why I want to keep the Raiders alive. The traders and the Raiders depend on one another. We need the Raiders to provide security, and they need us to keep on providing luxury goods. However, recent events have shown that unless drastic action is taken, the very chain of dependability would break down. I would need your help, and if you do help me, I'll make sure you're compensated much more than the Raiders could ever bestow upon you. And here's just a taste of your riches, if you work for me.
Where do you want me to start?
Your next assignment will take you to the Hubologist camp outside of Nuka World. Their presence is interfering with the operations of one of my allies. I don't care how you go about it, but I want them gone. I asked you to deal with the Hubologists. Go now, unless you have some questions for me.
Why do you want them dead?
Those loonies scam people out of their money and suscept them to almost lethal doses of radiation, just because people fall for them. They're not included in my vision of Nuka World, so wipe them out!
Are the Hubologists dangerous?
Yes, they're a massive threat to Nuka World, and they must be wiped out. But if you mean combat prowess, I don't think they have any.
I'll be going now.
You do that.
Excuse me, gentle ma'am. Are you happy? Truly happy?
Why do you call yourself cleansed?
I have been cleansed of neurodynes. I no longer need my birth name. I renamed myself Cleansed. But you haven't answered my question. Are you truly happy?
What the heck are neurotynes?
They are kind of like ghosts. They can cloud your thinking. So, are you truly happy?
I think I'm fairly happy.
Then you are not truly and completely happy. I can show the path to enlightenment. It can relieve you of your burdens, help you find the true happiness you so desperately want. It can also unlock the true potential of your mind, giving you great mental powers.
What is Hubology?
Hubology is the science of unlocking the full potential of the human mind. It brings true. Nora is much better at Come with me and she can end.
You're a crackpot. You just want to take my money and sell me some religious bullshit.
The Great Wheel is crushing you. You are rim meat, and when your unhappiness becomes...
You killed the Hubologists? Great work. Here's some caps for your trouble. Now that the Hubologists are gone, we can execute the next stage of my plan.
Excuse me.
The next step is for you to pay a visit to an old friend of mine. Particularly, the director of the Nuka World Institute. A key supplier here in Nuka World. Her name's Masha. You see, they need a frequent source of test subjects, and we have an agreement that they only kidnap raiders. But paranoia between the raiders is running too high for us. We need to quash it before it becomes detrimental to our own business.
Do you really think kidnapping raiders is sustainable?
With carefully planned manipulation and subterfuge, anything's possible.
So that's why you want to keep the raiders alive?
Exactly. I'm glad you understand. So, just say the word and I'll teleport you straight to the Nuka World Institute.
Will I come back all right?
Yes, the teleporter is perfectly safe.
I'm ready.
Perfect. Just hold still, please.
Hey there.
So, you must be the contractor who helped Lucy. Before we begin, I'd like to warn you that Lucy put a lot of trust in you. Don't sully it. So, let's get to the reason why you're here. As Lucy probably already told you, we need to reduce the paranoia of the raiders ASAP. There's an influential raider who's running his mouth all the time on conspiracy theories of our possible existence. Since it's unlikely he'll stop anytime soon, we need to replace him with a synth.
I thought I was going to do good things.
If you want good things, go to Greg. If you want a long-term good society, do as I say.
Do we really need such an extreme measure?
Of course, this measure is vital to Lucy's plans. Otherwise, raiders will constantly plague Nuka World, and you wouldn't want that, would you?
Where do you want me to begin?
Firstly, you're now one of us. We don't normally recruit into our ranks this quickly, but Lucy does put a lot of trust in you. This means you have your own room. You can also use our food and requisition vendors. Now, these privileges will be revoked if you go against me or Lucy. Please remember that, as I won't repeat this. I hope everything is adequate.
Excuse me.
Good to see you.
I hope everything is adequate. I don't appreciate you violating my personal space.
I hope you're settling in okay.